All right. This is going to be a little debrief on Love Island season 13, episode 39, UK. This is going to be focused on Ellie. If y'all know, she is like quite the fan favorite because she is strong, she is loving, she is bold, and she is one that stands on business. You can hear my dog panting in the background, sorry. I just want to address something because I relate a lot with her, and anybody else who has a big heart will understand this. This is a lesson I've been learning rather recently, okay? So when you have a big heart, it's very easy to find people that want to take that. They love to take that energy, take that love, benefit from it, mirror it, yada yada. But then on the flip side, it's very hard to find people that actually will respect it and honor it as like true devotion and sacrifice. So this is what I'm seeing in real time. Ellie is realizing that she has to be different moving forward, as in have more boundaries and have more restrictions, and not to the point where you're guarding your heart so much that you're not even open to meeting people. But even though it doesn't feel natural, because like when you're bubbly and loving, you just want to do that without restriction, and that's understandable. That's like totally understandable. But what we fail to realize is that it's not guaranteed to be reciprocated. So we have to learn how to be like our best bodyguards, our best security system for who gets access to that energy, because it is precious. It is sacred. We're talking about your sacral chakra, which is like all of your creativity, all of your creation power, your God source energy. And where Finley was totally fine with taking that a couple days ago, before, they've even had a conversation that they're exclusive. Now he wants to throw that in her face today and say, we never said like we were, blah, blah, even though he knows that's how she's acting and he's been benefiting from that. So what I want to say to all the people that are like Ellie, that can relate with her, that our hearts are breaking for with her, is learn this lesson with her. Don't single her out. Don't attack her. Don't anything like that. But just understand that this is a hard lesson for people with those big hearts to learn, because they have very precious energy. Get. Sorry, my dog is actually being like really insane because he saw a dog outside, and I'm like, don't even, because he's got a Great Pyrenees bark and it is loud and crazy. And I taught him how to howl at the siren. You can see on my shorts, like he knows how to howl. So it gets really loud. Kind of gave me a headache just now when he did that earlier. But yeah, this is the lesson that we have to learn. Because, yeah, again, it's like it's hard to learn what those boundaries are because you don't want to be disingenuous and be closed off and shut off. But you really have to be pickier about who you give access to your love to, Because, like, again, you get 99 people out of 100 will take that and run. There's only like one. There's only a few that'll actually reciprocate that and pour back into your cup energetically, not just take. So I call these like energy vampires. They can even be something more extreme, so be careful. But our life source energy is that important, is that precious. And when we give it to others in a sacrificial way, we are literally sacrificing ourselves. And we are the ones that have to pick up the pieces. And we're the ones that have to put Humpty Dumpty back together again and figure out how to try to be normal and try to forgive ourselves for that. It's nothing to guilt ourselves and to be ashamed of, but it's genuinely something that you can beat yourself up over. But don't do that to yourself. Like, don't blame yourself. Don't be resentful to yourself, like understand that what you have is a precious, precious gift, and you just are learning the hard way, which a lot of us have to. That's earth school for you. Learning the hard way that not everybody deserves it, so not everybody's going to get it. And that will make your days sometimes a little lonelier, but those days are also teaching you how to love your energy and to love your company and to be, sorry for my AC, and to be self-sufficient and self-respect. Because bottom line, that is what your soul craves, is self-love and self-respect. And if you're not feeling that reciprocated from somebody that you're pouring into, energetically cut that tie and physically put up those boundaries, because you don't owe anything to anybody. You're not supposed to perform for love. You're supposed, just like she was saying when she was like really understanding she had strong feelings for him, she didn't feel like she had to put up a front. She felt like she got to be herself. I feel that because that doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen with the quieter ones. It does happen sometimes where you think, oh, they're not like actively combating me and arguing with me and like trying to push me around. And so you feel like, oh, I get to be myself, but you don't always realize that they're just kind of sitting back and mirroring you. That low effort is actually just what it is. It's low effort. So truly always use these as like a helpful lesson and have compassion with yourself, that you are learning how to have more discernment on the types of people that you exchange energy with, because she does have an energetic tie with him now, and that's what hurts. So she's going to need to heal from that, and she's going to need to cut that connection, and she's going to need to repair that. But it's not impossible. It's actually necessary for us to do this and to learn how to love and respect ourselves more. And on the other side of it, you'll have gratitude for this experience because it's a catalyst. It teaches you how to pour into yourself, which is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to understand and respect the inner God within. The God within. Don't look to the outside. Like, don't look for outside validation, because when you're doing that, then you get mucked about. And we don't want that for Ellie. We don't want that for ourselves. The other big heart, women and men that have big hearts that really give everything, just understand that not everybody is going to respect that sacrifice, and that's why you shouldn't self-sacrifice. That's not what God wants. It's not what the universe, that's not what Source wants for you. No, you're not here to sacrifice yourself for others. You're here to love yourself, respect yourself, manifest your own amazing journey in reality through loving yourself, through that heart space that's healed. And I just want everybody to hang in there for Ellie and hang in there for yourselves, and just try to take this lesson on board. It's one of the hardest ones to learn, but you come out like the Queen of Swords, on the other end. So I love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.